Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, me back. Yeah, buddy, if he get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause I can't name that guy but me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's gonna have to air it out plenty this week. It's the
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go. Start.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And quickly, they get to the line. Another down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Bengals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
1-1, ready? Here we go. Start.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Gun. Stop.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
11. 12. Stop.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11. 12. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Daniels looking to throw. here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I
like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back.
11.
Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
11, Thomas. 11. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Pushing his way through. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
To the air goes Daniels. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Ready?
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
Running right, here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who... marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And a Washington offense heading out. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. To throw is Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play. And it's second down. Here's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw again. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 18. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage. Stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into it.
Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Gun.
This a 2nd and 8. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's get set. 11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decided to.
This is caught inside the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
11. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll dump that one off to Moss, complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Off the play fake, Daniels. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Draw play for Brown. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get set. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
11, 11. 11, Thomas. Shot.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Down the right sideline. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And one thing we certainly know about Zach Ertz, a high-caliber tight end, still can produce in this league, and if he stays on the field, he'll certainly prove it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Option play. Here's Robinson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a... Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right?
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this up. Point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd down, here's Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go play action. Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Debo going in motion left. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 11, 2:16 to play. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's get set. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he looks, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.